And the answer is the backlinks. I have thousands of backlinks pointing at this website that specifically say Website Marketing Seattle. And then this very similar situation, different websites with thousands of links that say Website Marketing Seattle. Okay? And that's the idea that got me on the front page here. Okay? Now look at this one. It's even more competitive because there are 90.9 million. We're closing in on 100 million results for Seattle website marketing, which is almost the same term. Website marketing Seattle, another one, Seattle website marketing. Make sure you go after both if you're doing things like that because that helps. Sure enough, here I am a little higher on this page because more of the backlinks that point at me say Seattle website marketing and fewer of the links that point at me say Website Marketing Seattle. Why did I focus on this one more? Because it's more competitive and I wanted to make the point. Okay, so I have fewer links that go after this term and more links that go after that term, and as a result, I'm ranked higher even though my website is small. And if any one of these guys tried to understand how this new guy appeared here out of the blue, and they were looking at my website to see, for instance, this guy might want to know why I took his spot. How come he's here and I'm here? He used to probably always be right about underneath this guy, and now there's this other guy wedged in between them. And he has to wonder how I got here. If they come to my website and look around, they will probably scratch their heads and keep on wondering how in the world I got there. It doesn't look like my website belongs there, but my website's been up on these terms now for a couple of months. Okay? And if I do more backlinking projects, then I can shove them higher. I just haven't yet. Okay, and that's partially because we keep working with everyone. We teach everyone how to do this sort of thing. Let me give you another example of using MOWG-Pro a different way. Here's a guy who has a very specific kind of niche. Okay, it has to do with annuity resale, pension resale, indexed annuity resale, fixed annuity resale terms, and I don't know what that is, but I know that that's his main business. There is 5.2 million results. Again, it's sort of a niche term, so yeah, there's a lot going on about it, but not a ton, right? It's sort of a niche thing, whatever it is. All I know is this. The guy wanted to basically own the front page. And so what did he wind up with? Different websites. This is his, this is his, this is his, this is his. As a matter of fact, if we take a look, all of these are his. Okay? They're all his. All right? They take up most of the front page. These top three are ads. No, I'm sorry. That's an ad. Okay, then there's three organic results. It's kind of hard to see where the coloring ends sometimes. But he takes up most of this front page. Let me give you another term. That was what? Annuity resale in the singular, annuity resales in the plural. And again, here we go. This is his, that is his, and that, and that. So he takes up almost the entire front page for his particular niche. There may not be a lot of visits to this thing every month. There may not be a lot of visits to this every month, but whenever there are, he gets almost all the clicks. You could say, at least say half of them or more, because he is the majority of what shows up on the page. Not only that, but the phrase just embeds itself in your mind and makes you want to click because it seems to be the most important point. You know, and so whatever it is, this is the way it works, and it's possible to have all of the front page results because you have many websites that are all more optimized than everyone else. What happened to the competitors that used to be here? They're all on page 2 now. Okay, and that's the point. He just takes up whatever was there. Let's try another term, fixed annuity resales. Again, here he is taking up a lot of these, and by now he's getting to very specifics. He has most of them. And by now, he's shoved so many guys off this page, and this is a really important term apparently, more competitive, and here are the guys who are paying for ads to be on the side. Some of these guys probably used to be on the front page until they knocked them to page 2 or 3, wherever it is that they fell. But here he is now at the top. 9,150,000 results, and he has almost every entry on the page himself. This guy is not him. And that guy is not him, but he has 8 of the results on this page. Let's take a look at another one. Indexed annuity resale, with or without an S. I mean, he has most of the results on the page, like 8 or 9 of the results on this page, if not all. I think all of these are him. And that's just nuts, isn't it? That's all of them, yeah. He has all of the results on this page. And guys, if they want to get back on the front page, have to pay ads. They now have to pay-per-click. They used to get those clicks free if they were here. Now they have to pay to get them because he shoved them off. If he wanted to continue his strategy, he could create AdWords intentionally to cannibalize in order to fight with these guys and make it harder for them here too until they kind of like have to give up the term, at least many of them. Okay, he could do that. Doesn't mean he needs to. He's the majority of what's here. Let's try another one. What are annuities? That's a more general term, right? And you can imagine everyone, banks, anyone offering annuities, puts this stuff out. Fidelity and everybody else. Well, let's see. On page 2 of 15 million results, we're on page 2 now. Okay, he is right here. Okay, so if he puts out more backlinks or more pages that say what are annuities for that website, he can shove it to the front page. And if he wants to, he can do that with his other websites also. He can work them up to the front page for what are annuities. Now that's just huge. Okay, now let's take a look at the next term. This is a whole different point. Let's go for just the shortest possible term, annuity. Now we're on page 4 of 3,260,000 results. Page 4. Okay, and the guy is right here. This is one of the hardest keywords because it's the most basic, right? This is huge. This is like typing in franchise. Okay, you type in annuity. All right, and he's on page 4, 3,260,000 results. And by the way, if it seems like it would have to be easier to get on page 1, realize these guys are fiercely competitive with each other. Okay, you can't just walk up them as easily as you can Roseville Aubergine. All right, or essay writing jobs, California. Right, these guys are much more competitive, so it takes more work to get to the top for that. Right, that's how it is. Longer terms usually take fewer pages, fewer backlinks to win. The shorter terms you eventually want to win, you got to have like 10 times as much done, but you can do it. You just build it up as you go. And it's not even hard. Not anymore. Let me show you just 2 more. Annuity leads, different website now, just so you can also see what's going on. Annuity leads is a competitive keyword. These guys are fighting for almost blood money, you could say, because everything they do is about brokering out leads. It's all about brokering annuity leads. This guy here made it to the front page, and that's it. I mean, he did it with a MOWG system. He's on the front page now. He tried to get this website up for over 10 years on this term. He could not do it. Within a month, I think it was, of using the MOWG system, Google let him win front page for this term. If he pushes harder, he'll get further up. But this is a business where you basically need to be on the front page, but as long as you're there, your market is going to click pretty much everybody here looking to see if you have leads they can buy. It's an interesting business and it's different. And there's no way you can compete unless you know how. I mean, don't go off and decide to get into this business because I've chatted with these guys. This is rather complex stuff. Last one, insurance leads. Again, just as fiercely competitive. These guys don't kid around. It's all about brokering leads again. Page 2, okay, he's bounced back and forth a bit, but he just needs to put out more links or more pages to stay on page 1. But here he is now. He's on page 2, about halfway up. And if he puts out more pages or links that use this term, then he'll push himself to the front page and tend to stay there. Okay? You know, if you fight your way up that ladder, then you're going to earn it. And that is all I wanted to say about the different ways to use the MOWG-Pro. I showed you several different things now, whether you create web pages on a website to make it huge so it ranks, whether you create backlink sites that are slave sites that are used to drive some other website up, whether you create pages that pull double duty by both selling something and backlinking something else, whether you're trying to canvas an area geographically, like with the Roseville OB-GYN example, to show up on the front page for all the cities that surround you, whether you want to go after a particular term like annuity resale and basically own the front page by setting up several websites based off a single run, which is the way that worked, or whether you're going after extremely fiercely, wildly competitive keywords and you just really want to win them so that you can get lots of traffic. Okay? And that's the kind of thing that's going on there. Now, here's the biggest thing I want to say. These websites each took like a month or two to create, set up, and get rolling back then when the software was younger and not as automated as it is today. Okay? Now, with these two pieces of program, this right here, this downloadable software right here, and this toolbar right here, if I had the web pages to work with already, if I already had something to work with, if I didn't have to create the web page because I could borrow it from somewhere, for instance, if I'm an affiliate selling their thing, I'll take a copy of their page, and it's not copyright infringement or trademark infringement or anything, because I'm going to be a good affiliate. I'm going to sell their stuff with their pages. I'm not going to sell their competitors' stuff with their pages. I'll sell their stuff with their pages, but it means I can start with a web page already. If these web pages are already done and you can start with them as a model, I could create all of these projects. How many different websites do we have here? 20. You know, when you include the 10 different resale sites here, plus the other ones we've been talking about all this time, the small business idea, the virtual home businesses, the Roseville OB-GYN. If I had the web pages to start with, I could do literally all of these projects and get all of these results I've been showing you in a day. It would take about 2 hours per website. Maybe some would take four or so. But generally speaking, I could recreate literally all of these results, okay, in a day. Now we have to wait for Google to index this stuff and let us earn the ranking. That might take a week. It could take anywhere from 2 days to 6 months per keyword, depending on how Google feels about it. It's just the way Google is. It'll index a bunch of your pages, let you earn the longer tails first, and then let you slowly earn the shorter tails until you earn the main keywords later if you're big enough, if you're backlinked enough, and if you have left the pages alone, if you haven't deleted them 12 days after you put them up, things like that. And so you earn your way up the ladder as you go. That's just the way it is. And directly speaking, there's no one who can speed that up. There's not a piece of software that can make you rank on the front page for annuity overnight just because you want to. I mean, one of the reasons people like Google is when they win front page results and they get to sit up here, then these results don't flip every single day simply because somebody else did something else the next day. Okay, they kind of earn their way up here by just leaving their websites alone long enough for Google to start to say, okay, you're staying in business, you're still there, and it gives you more as it goes, and you finally earn those terms. Okay, no software out there can make you rank for annuity overnight on the front page. It won't work. Same with franchise, same with make money from home, terms like that are heavily competed for by websites. You got to earn your way up the ladder. All right, but the work that it would take to get that done, you could do all of these in a day or two. Okay, and you could literally put them all up and wait. And why wait anyway? If you can do this much work in a day, whether it's for yourself or other people who are paying you to do this for them, maybe you don't know what you want to sell, but someone else knows what they want to sell and they want you to make their website huge, okay? Then you can do the work for them. And that way they can show up for all these different terms that relate to whatever their business is all about. Doesn't have to be you and your business. It could be somebody else just as easily. The point is, we teach you how to do this in a day for all of this. And so you can keep going. You can make a living with this so easily, it's not funny. You can do jobs for others, hand them over to the other guys, and then forget about them. Just basically keep up with them here and there, see how they're doing, see if they want to go after more keywords for more websites and do more work for them. We do that. And not only do we do that, our core business is teaching you how to do it yourself because it's not so hard to do for yourself. It's harder for us to do the work for you because we have a lot of questions to ask you. We got to make sure you approve of everything. But if you're doing the work for yourself, you get to make those decisions almost instantly. And so you can decide how you want things to go as you work without answering to anyone for your own websites. And so it's nice to know how to do this. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk you through the steps. It may seem like it's bizarrely complex to pull this off, but it isn't. It takes a little while to learn. Going to have to go through a few hours of video to understand the tools, but it's really exciting and interesting. We'll start with importing a web page into Excel, just simply saying, type in a web page and hit go, and it pulls the web page in from the internet right here into Excel. And we can start to work with it right away. We can save it, see how it looks. We can start to make changes to fix broken coding. And then we can turn around and do the work to get all of our web pages generated. And we can have the whole thing done in under an hour. We really can have it done quickly. Okay? And that means thousands of pages based on the keyword combinations you want. And that means getting a lot more visibility across way more keywords so you get more sales inquiries, more clicks, more sales inquiries, and more sales. All right, that's the basis of what we do, how we do it, why we do it. And so we're going to break into the training so you can see if you can do this for yourself. And then you'll understand how to move forward with it. And finally, this is important, the version that we have now, the latest version, now carries a 10-day access code. All right, and so it gives you full access to both of these with no limitations whatsoever. Both of these things you get full access for 10 days. Study the videos anytime, unlock the software anytime. The timer will not start until you physically unlock the software by physically installing it. Okay, but then all you need is the code to be sent to you, a code that will work, and it will unlock the software for 10 days on your computer. And so you can follow along with the training, you can do a job or two or three or four and get those pages out there. You get to keep all the pages you generate, so you could literally do this much work on the trial long enough to understand how all this works, long enough to understand that it works, that it's not fake. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is get the access code. How do you do that? You join our newsletter. If you join our newsletter, and that way we can keep in touch with you, and that way when we create upgrades for the software and different things that we learn, and we tell you how to do it, and new things that we discover you can do, new tricks and twists and everything else, because we've been doing this for 3 years and we keep up with our people. We have guys who've been growing with us for 3 years now. They do it by staying on this list. So this would be, in this case, ATKR. That would be the security code up here. Just stick in some name. Just stick in some email address and hit keep in touch. Once you do that, you're on our newsletter. You can get off anytime you want. It's just a get response newsletter. But in the meantime, you'll get a confirmation email. When you confirm, you'll get sent the 10-day unlock that allows you to use this for 10 days while watching the training videos, which are posted for the public anyway. So you can see how it all works. And you can run it for yourself, see what you think, and whether you like it and want it. And if you do want it, the options for purchasing it are right here, website-marketing-solutions.com, which you can reach from MOWG-Pro.com. And right where it says strong tools, when you click that, it breaks down the options for the MOWG system purchase, what's included, and what you can do with it. Okay, we have members making amounts like $30,000 a month, whether they're selling runs to others or whether they know what they want to put out and they manage their own programs. Okay, a lot of people say, Why would you sell it to others? And the answer is you may not know what you want to run. And so selling your work to others is just as useful. It's, if you don't know what you want to sell, find someone who knows what they want to sell. That's pretty much anyone on Google, and especially anyone on AdWords who's paying amounts like 1,000 a day on AdWords or 30,000 a month on AdWords. They're paying to try to make 50,000 a month in sales to make a living. After all their hard costs, maybe they walk away with 5 or 8,000 a month. These guys would love to drop AdWords. That way they don't have to pay the 30,000 to be on the front page. That way they can get clicked on for free. They'll make a lot more. And you can make that possible for them on lots of keywords. Okay? And that's exactly why you would do work for others, because they need you to do it if they don't want to learn the software themselves. This is why it's skill sets and why learning the software pretty much sets you free. The job you do is valuable. People will pay. It's easy to show the advantage if you can be on the front page for free instead of having to pay $2 or $5 or $7 a click, and you can get 100 clicks a day for free instead of paying $700 for that day for clicks. Then you're just going to easily show them the advantage. And that's the point. Keyword after keyword, website after website, and you can do, like I said, as much work as this for websites already set up. You can do that much total work in a day. If you did 6 jobs a day and you charge something like $2,500 a job, then you could take the rest of the month off after your first day or two. Okay? Because why not? You get your time back, you get your freedom back, you get to spend time with your family. You don't have to work an 8-hour day, you don't have to work a 5-hour week, and you don't have to work every week or every month or anything else anymore. And that's cool. For those of you who need this kind of work done and you would like it done professionally, you don't want to learn it, you want us to do it, contact us. We have all kinds of options that we can custom fit to whatever your needs are, depending on how many web pages you want, how many websites you want, how many backlinks you want, how you want things, whether you want projects set up so you can hit a button to keep adding to your own projects. We can set up the entire project in such a way that if you're including the software with your work, you can hit a process button every so often, once a week say, and generate more web pages for your site, more backlinks for your site on complete automatic. You don't even have to know how the whole thing works. All you need are the finished project files already set up. These blanks need to be filled in on both of these tabs. All you need to know is to open it, load it, and hit process. And boom, that's it. You just do it once a week, and you keep making your websites larger and keep making more backlinks happen. And you can even learn how to open the CSV file. What we're going to have in the end is a CSV file with a bunch of keywords in a list, and you can change the keywords, add new keywords, take out keywords where you're already on the front page, add in new ones you want to win, and close it, and then hit process to create backlinks and more pages for the keywords you're after. That way you can keep showing up for more keywords on and on, every week, all month, all year. And that's cool. That's how you win the organic results game, especially if you're doing it on 10 websites. What happens if you keep going after new keywords you want and you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 websites showing up on the page because they're all yours, okay? And they can backlink each other, not meshed. You have some backlink the others. Some act like slaves backlinking the others, but they can all sell whatever it is that you want to sell. And they can all have sign up forms. Every single page can have the video you want people to see, the sign up form you want people to see, even the Google Analytics coding, visitor tracking coding, so you can see everything that's going on. That's the stuff that makes our software extremely powerful, and that's definitely what I wanted to show you. And so this explains to you what we're going to be talking about. That's going to be how these two pieces of software work. And you can sign up to the newsletter at website-marketing-solutions.com to get the free 10-day unlock code, so you can absolutely run this completely on your own and see if you can do it and see if you feel comfortable with it before you ever whip out your wallet and decide to buy anything. Okay? I hope you found it interesting. Again, this is Dave Bennett from website-marketing-solutions.com and MOWG-Crew.com. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the inside and helping you saturate Google. That's our business. Okay.